I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Good afternoon and welcome to Camnet TV Midday News. The headlines. It is too soon to forget PF atrocities, charges Dr. Nevas MUMBA. An unidentified male of KANYAMA compound killed in mob justice. Join me with the details after this commercial.
Team, the trajectory of the business looks very positive, and it looks like we'll be able to launch the ministry.
There's so much data.
Mom?
Yes, baby?
It says here, global warming and climate change is caused by the pollution from careless activities of human beings.
Wow!
Son, do you know I can turn my phone into a TV remote?
How's that possible?
It's so easy. Check this out.
Be smart, be fast with mega data from Zamtel. Get your 15 GB mobile data for only 100 kwacha, 30 GB mobile data for only 200 kwacha, and your 70 GB LTE data bundle with free Netflix, YouTube, Facebook, and WhatsApp. Visit our Facebook page, website, or service centers countrywide for more information. Zamtel, your digital lifestyle partner.
And now the media news in detail. An environmental activist, Robert Chimambo, has urged government to stop what he terms as going around in circles concerning the demolition of Forest 27. In an exclusive interview with Camnet News, Mr. Chimambo has wondered why the demolition of the forest seems to be a challenge, unlike other campaign promises made by the UPND, such as ending cadderism in bus stations and markets. Meanwhile, Lands Minister Elijah Mchima says the ministry is currently studying the assessment report and related funds to undertake the process.
The demolishing of houses constructed in Forest 27 is a controversial issue that has been building momentum as stakeholders, chief among whom are environmentalists, have challenged the United Party for National Development UPND administration to see that it fulfills its campaign promise of demolishing the houses constructed here, among other campaign promises. Minister of Lands and Natural Resources under the new administration, Mr. Elijah Mchima, in 2021, stated that before anything can be done, there is need for a full assessment to see how much of the water recharge area has been affected, as well as conduct an audit of how the plots were acquired, as there were legal issues involved. When questioned how far the assessing of the forest has gone in a phone interview, Mr. Mchima says the ministry is still seeking funds from cooperating partners to carry out the same.
I said we are looking around for cooperating partners. We are looking to cooperating partners. WWF is one of those. To do the strategic environmental assessment.
An environmental activist, Mr. Robert Chimambo, however, has called for the depoliticization of Forest 27, saying the contamination of underground water with fecal matter from soakaways is a public health concern.
Those assessments were already done in 1942. So, President Hakainde, please move in and let's stop this this business of this gentleman, Honorable Mchima. It is not even his mandate. What we want to listen to is Honorable Nkombo, town and country planning. Those things there are illegal. Environmental protection, Nzovu, environmental protection is clear. No environmental impact, every city was done there, so it's illegal. Water. The water is categorical. You are going to put fecal matter there and contaminate the water for generations to come. It's illegal. So those are the people who must be talking.
Apart from climate change concerns, the building of houses in this forest has been greatly opposed by environmentalists, as it is the source of the Chalimbana River and provides majority of the underground water in Lusaka city.
We have our own people, but we don't need them. The assessment was already done. Town and country planning, water resources management, environmental management are what we should use to demolish whatever is in there. But first of all, number one is for the president to do what? To regazette that thing. Then all those other things of what to do can follow. But let President Hakainde, like President Chiluba, regazette this thing. It's his mandate, constitutional mandate. That's why we have petitioned him, just like his predecessor. So Honorable Mchima should leave this. It's not his job. It's confusing.
He has challenged the new administration to fulfill its campaign promise of demolishing the houses here in the same way it has begun actualizing the removal of cadres from bus stations and markets. Zipporah Mshala, Camnet News, Lusaka.
An unidentified man of Lusaka's KANYAMA compound has died after the residents effected mob justice on him. The deceased was in the company of 4 others who attempted to steal a flat screen television in the area. Information obtained by Camnet TV News indicates that the incident happened on the 25th of January between 02 and 05 hours. The residents told Camnet TV News that thieving activities have become rampant in the area, resulting in residents living in fear. They have since called on the police to conduct frequent patrols to safeguard people's lives and property.
KANYAMA constituency is one of the suburbs in Zambia's capital city, Lusaka. All the negative attributes can be witnessed in this area, from poor infrastructure and sanitation to lack of employment and high crime levels. Talking about crime, it remains a greater concern. An identified man of Lusaka's KANYAMA compound has been beaten to death in a mob justice. This is the crime scene. Information obtained by Camnet TV News from community members indicate that the incident happened in the early hours of Tuesday, 25 February 2022. Zambia police spokesperson Ray Amonga gave an account of the incident and advised the people against taking the law into their own hands.
We picked a board of an identified male person, aged between 25 and 30 years, in KANYAMA area, near Mtandabantu Market along Mbasera Road. We have so far not received any allegation of him having been involved in a theft, but however, we want just to appeal to members of the public that please do not resort to mob justice, as mob justice is not a good thing in that it can be used against any innocent person as long as the person conducting or promoting mob justice has a grudge against such a person.
We visited one of the houses where they allegedly stole household TV sets.
Never met a fundu muka ifi. Tipeza ma TV kuribe. Yabiri ma plasma Samsung na SS 32 inch na 42 inch. Ndiye matenga umu.
The residents who spoke to Camnet TV News say incidents of housebreaking have become rampant in the area in the wake of high youth unemployment in the area, as most people resort to illicit activities and they are commonly known as junkies.
Vutika ise sigona bakawala bachilamo so tipempa bakapokola prizi bagwire nchito osachendi bakazitiro kelela ise abantu batibera vintu mu nyumba sitigona prizi tapapata batikile kona ni polling station kuni
Polisi?
Tufuna polisi kuni majanki anayamba nakaba tukulipia majanki but majanki aliko kuno sibange bado kwila muntu alipe mulandu but makadazi baba zabwanji baba siya batisa tukakamata bati ati you captured kumaseo please bati bamoba na bebe bamoba.
They have since called on the police to be conducting foot and motorized patrols to safeguard the people's lives and property.
Kuno problem eti na maiwa na shanti mwene ilili. So mwene ilili shanti malodzi mulibe mwambili. And it's very difficult for police kupanga ma patrols. Bantu wa matawa kaba zatawa so zabisa masimu za mkonka myopa. Maona. So mwamine mwaonela so mwene kulili. So marodi za change tunono tumarodi hota tumamoto ka police sanga pite kupanga ma patrols maninga. Maona. So matama kalimutali mutali muno. So tufuna change development hota at least masakire kuma area MPs na ma councillors. Papange ko marodi hota at least police kasenza musho konka bakawala.
Patrols should be intensified without vehicles, not only vehicles. If policemen are supposed to be patrolling, that is their job, not only vehicles. If they are employing police officers every time, our people here are not working. No wonder they are attending themselves to be doing such kind of things. No employment is that is causing this. They are always talking about politics, talking about we have employed so many nurses, so many teachers, so many what, but these youths are not employed. No wonder they are turning into doing this.
Patrick Soko, Camnet News.
In other news, Lusaka Mayor Chilando Chitangala Tuesday conducted an operation to find people who are selling chickens suspected to be rotten. The mayor is dismayed by the situation, which he says is putting the health of the victims at risk of unknown diseases.
Government has today embarked on an operation to find people who are in a habit of selling rotten chickens to members of the public in the markets. Her Worship the Mayor of Lusaka, Chilando Chitangala, led members of the Public Health Committee and health inspectors to find the culprits.
We got information, as a few people know, that on Saturday we got information that our people were selling bad chicken that was already rotten. But we were also told that these chickens are actually bought dead and rotten already from a few farms somewhere around Lusaka. So what has happened is we decided now to come and see what happens exactly and where they sell these chickens. So we are here at Soweto Market. We came here about 04 and started checking what was happening until we came and now started talking to the women. And
Ms. Chitangala is saddened by the situation, stating it is not good for human consumption.
Admitted that they buy these chickens dead from a few named farms, and these farms are owned by named individuals who will announce later. So this is very disappointing for Lusaka City Council, but of course it is our duty to make sure that people eat and sell food that is in good condition. So here where we are, all the women that are here are selling chickens that are bad. They've been turned green, and this is very unhealthy for the city. And imagine they'll take them to restaurants and cook meals for these people.
The team was led on a fact-finding mission to various farms that are suspected to be selling the rotten chickens. The sale of food that is unfit for human consumption goes against the Food Safety Act number 7 of 2019. Blessings Chakwila, Camnet News, Lusaka.
Movement for Multi-Party Democracy leader Nevis MUMBA has charged that 6 months is too soon to forget the alleged atrocities the opposition Patriotic Front inflicted on the people of Zambia. Speaking when he went to drum up support for the United Party for National Development candidate Andrew Tayengwa in Kabwata constituency, Dr. MUMBA says the PF deserves life political imprisonment. And Dr. MUMBA says PF leaders need to humble themselves and submit to the due process of the law as opposed to playing the victim. He says only the guilty should be afraid, saying those who have not committed any crimes will continue to enjoy their freedom.
The political battle for Kawata constituency is getting intense as political parties go from door to door to lobby for votes ahead of the 3rd February poll. The Kawata seat fell vacant following the demise of Levi Mokandawile, who was the area member of parliament. The Movement for Multi-Party Democracy, MMD, which is in a pact with the ruling United Party for National Development, went to drum up support for the UPND candidate Andrew Tayengwa. MMD President Dr. Nevis MUMBA has charged that 6 months is too soon to forget the atrocities the opposition Patriotic Front allegedly inflicted on the people of Zambia. Dr. MUMBA says the PF deserves a life political imprisonment.
I want to say there is no need to vote for PF. In English, I'll put it this way. There is no economic or political gain or reason to vote for PF. There is no reason. PF cannot be voted for by anybody who loves this country at this time. The punishment that Zambians gave to PF is still intact. Don't remove that punishment. If you remove it after 5 months, the sentence is not 5 months for PF. The sentence is eternal is life imprisonment.
Dr. MUMBA also stressed that the PF leaders need to humble themselves and submit to the due process of the law, as opposed to playing the victim as the UPND administration pursues the fight against corruption.
The institutions of government have the responsibility to ask questions. And my advice to our friends is that when they ask you questions, answer the questions. If we are now in government, nobody cares. You are no longer in government.
Party Secretary General Batuke Imenda says the UPND is practical and proactive in uplifting the livelihoods of the people.
And never MUMBA, we are most thankful for the spirit of patriotism, the love that you have for your country, by calling your troops to come and save this country from total collapse. The Ukrainian call that you have given to the people of Kabata resonated very well, to the extent that Taengwa today is regarded as an incoming member of parliament.
And UPND candidate Andrew Taengwa believes is the right person to steer development in Kawata constituency.
A member of parliament, I will ensure that I work the benefit of the Zambian people, especially here in Kawata constituency. And I'm going to deliver and ensure that Kawata will be a better place, a better constituency. In the history of Zambia, it will be regarded as one of the favorite and the best constituencies.
Patrick Soko, Camnet News in Lusaka.
Well, that news item brings us to the end of Camnet TV and Midday News. But before we go, here are the headlines once again. It is too soon to forget PF atrocities, charges Dr. Nevas MUMBA. Unidentified male of KANYAMA compound killed in mob justice. Thank you for watching. I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Good afternoon.